Compressed gases, question and answer. Question: what is a compressed gas? Answer: a material or mixture in a container with an absolute pressure of 40 psi at 70 degrees Fahrenheit. A material or mixture in a container with an absolute pressure exceeding 104 psi at 130 degrees Fahrenheit. A liquid material having a vapor pressure exceeding 40 psi absolute at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Question: do compressed gas cylinders need to be inspected? Answer: employers must visually inspect compressed gas cylinders to determine that they are in safe condition. Visual inspections must be conducted as prescribed in the Hazardous Materials Regulations. Where those regulations are not applicable, visual inspections must be conducted in accordance with Compressed Gas Association, corrosion or pitting, cracks, denting, bulging, gouges, leaks, arbitrary paint, and oil, grease, and other foreign material, leaking regulators, cylinder valves, or other equipment must be taken out of service. Question: how do compressed gases need to be marked? Answer: ensure that cylinders, containers, pipes, etc. are clearly marked so that the gas can be easily identified. Labels should not be defaced or removed. Do not accept or use containers whose content labels are not legible. Segregate these items and return them to the supplier. Do not use the container color to identify the cylinder content. Do not repaint the container. In addition, all gas lines leading from a compressed gas supply should be clearly labeled or identified. Some states require specific labeling of cylinders, containers, and pipes. Question: how must compressed gases be separated during storage? Answer: employers should always refer to the manufacturer's storage requirements and safety data sheet. However, compressed gases should be grouped and stored based on their hazard class. For example, separation must be maintained between fuel and oxidizing gases and oxygen, but inert gases may be stored next to either. Provide adequate space or segregate by partitions and post a conspicuous sign that identifies the gas or hazard class. Storage areas should be dry, well-drained, ventilated, and fire-resistant. Question: how must compressed gas cylinders be stored? Answer: storage areas must be designed to accommodate the various gases with adequate spacing or segregation by partitioning so that containers can be grouped by hazard. Storage areas must be dry, well-drained, ventilated, and fire-resistant. Consideration should be given to separate storage of full and empty containers. Temperatures in the storage area must not exceed 125 degrees Fahrenheit. There must be adequate separation from combustibles as specified by federal, state, and local regulations. There must always be a valve protection cap, if provided, in place. Containers may not be exposed to corrosive chemicals or fumes or stored near readily ignitable substances. Containers must be protected from cuts, punctures, or other abrasions of the metal. Containers must be secured with brackets, chains, or straps to prevent falling or damage. Containers must not be stored near walkways, elevators, stairs, unprotected platform edges, or where heavy objects may strike or fall on them. The method of storage must not expose the cylinders to tampering by unauthorized persons. Question: what safety measures must be used when using compressed gas cylinders? Answer: cylinder valves must be closed when work is finished. Cylinder valves must be closed before moving cylinders. Cylinders must never be used as rollers or supports, whether full or empty. Don't place cylinders where they become part of an electric circuit or use them as a ground during welding. Don't subject cylinders to temperature extremes. Unless connected to a manifold, oxygen from a cylinder must not be used without first attaching an oxygen regulator to the cylinder valve. Before connecting a regulator to the cylinder valve, the valve must be opened slightly for an instant and then closed. Avoid dragging or sliding cylinders. Don't lift cylinders by the caps. Move cylinders with a suitable hand truck, lift truck, or crane with a cradle or platform. Never drop cylinders or strike them against one another or other surfaces.